You are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, and you know what those days mean. It's time for another AEW Event Center report for either Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision. And now, here is the host of the AEW Event Center Wrestling Report, New Bedford's version of Tony Schiavone, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 1740 of the show. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday, October the 13th, 2024, 6:09 p.m. We are starting through the halfway month. We're going to be halfway through October already after we're done with here, and before you know it, the holiday season will be rapidly approaching us, and it's going to be a little crazy, we'll be on the crazy side. Reminder, October the 22nd, the Deadpool and Wolverine coming out on DVD, the movie. I plan on getting it very, very soon. And I'm going to try to see if I can get after work tomorrow, stop by, get an Amazon gift card, and just try to reserve a copy for it so I can get it. And hopefully Transformers 1 will be the two movies I saw this year. I'll tell you what, you're talking about, in 3 short months, I saw 2 movies so far. Deadpool and Wolverine and Transformers 1. Really excited about that. I want to show you what I got in the mail. In fact, this was supposed to come in tomorrow, but I'm glad it came in today. I kind of wish it came in yesterday, though, because that would have been great use. I got myself a bathrobe. That's right. Got myself this big here bathrobe. I'm trying to find everything to it. It is, I already showed my parents. There it is. It's a 6X large. I wanted to get a 5X, but they decided to give me a 6X, and that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to put it on right now. You see, don't worry. I got my clothes on. I got my black pants. I got my, shorts and everything. I got my Finders Keeper shirt, as you can see. And if you saw me on the David 3000 channel, live reacted to the Patriots-Texans game. Patriots lose another game. 5 in a row. Probably this has not happened in quite a while, so I finally got that way. I don't worry about walking around in my skivvies anymore, so to speak, as my mom would put it. So here I am. So and it feels a lot warm too. It feels very soft. So I'm so glad I got it. So so that means that when I go take a shower, especially on Saturday nights, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about, walking around my skivvies anymore or buck naked, you know what I mean? So, I can just, put on my robe, and just take it off when I go in the bathroom, take a shower, and then put it back on when I'm done. And so, and then put something on underneath this thing. So, I gotta make sure I'm all covered up down here. It's 6XL. So I'm glad I got a size higher than me. So I look good. I look pretty good. You know what I mean? Just, I have an idea. No. So. Very good. Also, the physical copy of the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection coming in next month, the 22nd of November. I've already pre-ordered for that. I got to check up on that pre-order to see if it's still good to go. And I know if I won't ship it until, like I said, days before it officially comes out and stuff. So there's that. And so I'm excited. Got my own bathrobe on and everything else in between. It feels warmer. And as you know, like I said, the reason why I got myself a bathrobe because of the winter time is coming and everything else, and I could easily say, downstairs is a little bit warmer than usual, but and everything else in between. I know a lot of people are going through a lot of hardships, especially obviously in the South, with the 2 hurricanes that came blazing by, through wrecking everything, and hope guys are safe over there. And I know it's going to take years for you guys to rebuild and everything else. I know it won't be easy, costing a lot of money and all that. But, everything happens in an election year, so I'm not going to get into politics that much, but let me tell you, there's going to be a lot our government needs to answer for. It doesn't matter Republican or Democrat. They need to answer for a lot. And well, we're not going to talk about politics. We're going to talk about what happened on AEW WrestleDream last night. As you know, I have my picks and predictions here. And not only that, though, I check off which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong. And they were, so I'm going to count how many matches they were on the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12 matches. 12 matches. And I only got 4 wrong. 4 picks wrong, and I got 8 of them right. So, 4 picks right, 8 of them wrong. So, which ones did I get wrong? Which ones I got right? Well, we'll start off with the Ring of Honor television title on the line. Atlantis Jr. to defend it against Brian Cage. And I picked Atlantis Jr. to win the matchup, but Brian Cage ends up winning the match, and he ends up becoming the new Ring of Honor television champion. Alicia Toot interviews the MXM Collection about who their cornerman would be, and they said, and then Mansoor says, isn't that right? Rico. I'm like, no way. They actually got Rico. Former WWE superstar Rico, a legend, former American Gladiators champion, okay? Former WWE Tag Team champion. Rico was the corner man for MXM Collection. Now, if that's going forward, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, with his with his thing as a cop or all that. We've heard rumors that he had some health problems, but I don't know. I know that affected him, his job as a cop. Who knows for sure? So yeah, Rico has been announced as the corner man for the MXM Collection when they face the Acclaim. Here's the ironic part: Billy Gunn's in the corner of the Acclaim, and Billy Gunn was once managed by Rico. So this ought to be interesting for sure. And and then women's action to kick it next. The lovely Australian Angel, I like to call her, but no, she's beautiful. She's funny and talented. Now, if she can master her wrestling skills, I think she'd be the total package for sure, and maybe a champion in the future. It's Harley Cameron against Anna Jay back from an excursion in Japan in the Stardom, and I picked Anna Jay to win this one because the experience that she has over Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron did have some training, but the problem was Anna Jay went to Japan and got some, learned some skills and ended up defeating Harley Cameron. So there's that. Also, the Acclaimed against MXM Collection, and all of a sudden, Billy Gunn recognizes, you got the guy that almost married and had me marry another guy. No offense, Anthony Bowens. And then, but Rico gets involved in the matchup, and then Billy Gunn hits Rico with the famous sir. Looks like Billy Gunn is reminding Rico of who he was and who he is, and the Acclaimed ended up winning the match. I did pick the Acclaimed despite the fact the mystery corner man for the MXL Collection. Mercedes Moné and Camille were addressing Tacoma as they were walking in. And then Mercedes Moné was telling one of the stagehands, where's my room, where's this and that. And then Queen Aminata took exception to that. And then all of a sudden Mercedes Moné starts complaining. And that led to a matchup at Dynamite this coming Wednesday when Queen Aminata went one-on-one Mercedes Moné non-title match, of course. Tony Schiavone interviewed Tony Khan and Antonio Inoki's grandsons, Hirota and Naoto Inoki. So, and they did a little, each knee, I forget the chant that he does. But anyways, FTR's Dax Harwood and Edge, Adam Edge Copeland addresses Hurricane Helene about how they can help and all that good stuff. He's like Dax Harwood's got a feud going with JD from NY. I don't know what's up with that, but I think JD from NY was trying to be nice, and Dax Harwood was saying JD from NY. I think you guys shouldn't have running your mouth about FTR in the first place, my man. Just saying, man. Try to be kind and respectful. I know you were trying to, but you reap what you sow, kid. That's all I got. Now, because FTR was supposed to team up with the Outrunners against the Premier Athletes in the Dark Order, and an 8-man tag. Now, I didn't predict this matchup at all, and the Outrunners and Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly, who were known as the Conglomerate Runners. This was a heck of a matchup, but despite the fact that Evil Uno, Mark Sterling, and Josh Bush all got involved, and Rocky Romero even countered, the Conglomeration and the Outrunners did end up winning that match. So, from there. Renee Paquette interviewed Kazuchika Okada. He says, "Why are you here?" He says, "I'm here to support the Elite." And then Kyle O'Reilly comes up and challenges him to a matchup. Okada denies him, and then O'Reilly says, "Well, I can find out. I can just do it another way." He starts punching Okada. They start brawling. Christopher Daniels says, "Okay, that's it. This is a big of a card, too big of an event. If I have you two fighting, I'm ejecting you both from the arena." So there's that. So that starts off with the main card: Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Jay White ended up winning that matchup. Hangman Adam Page acted angry and like, "I'm not done with you yet." So the Women's World Title on the line: Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale. So I picked Jay White to win that matchup. But also I picked Mariah May to retain her title. I got a feeling that might be a rematch against Toni Storm when she comes back, or a feud with Mina Shirakawa. I got a feeling that Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May are going to split up and no longer be friends. We'll find out for sure. But Mariah May did end up retaining the title against Willow Nightingale. The TNT title was on the line: Jack Perry versus Katsuyori Shibata, and Jack Perry ended up retaining the title. But Daniel Garcia came out to Daniel Garcia came out to confront Jack Perry. As you know, Daniel Garcia did say that anybody's a champion, they're not safe. But then MJF came back and recruited Garcia, confronted Garcia, and then Perry blasts Garcia from behind with a belt. MJF roughs up Garcia and then addresses him. But then Adam Cole comes back, chases, and goes after MJF, but MJF, like the coward that he is, retreats and runs away. Plus, but MJF got his dynamite diamond ring back, so he was looking for, he got it from the pawn shop in Buffalo, wherever Daniel Garcia sold it. So, and then Adam Cole helps up Grace after MJF leaves. A little shaking of hands, a little respect between Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia. I thought that was really cool. The international title on the line: Will Ospreay versus Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet. As you know, Will Ospreay, the defending champ. Now, I predicted that Takeshita was going to win this one because I knew if he's in this matchup, Don Callis is going to get involved some way. And he did. He joined on commentary, then gets involved during the matchup, and about to hit Ospreay with the screwdriver. Ospreay stops him. Stops him, about to hit Callis with the Tiger Driver, but then a hooded figure attacks Ospreay with that screwdriver. It was none other than his supposed best friend, Kyle Fletcher, and Fletcher hits Ospreay with the Tiger Driver after the matchup, and we have a new international champion, by the way, in Konosuke Takeshita. Renee Paquette, a busy lady, interviewed Jerry Lynn and Orange Cassidy. Lynn was complimenting Orange Cassidy, and then Hook gives Cassidy some advice. About what? Who knows? Prince Nana was plugging his coffee and then introduces Swerve Strickland. Strickland gives an update, and to the Tacoma crowd, he's medically cleared to fight. But MVP and Shelton Benjamin interrupt Strickland and Nana, and then he sponsors MVP and Benjamin, and turns to Prince Nana, tells him, "Hey, your family, I'm sticking with you. You've helped me win the title and everything else. Even though I lost the title under your watch, you've helped me get all that in the first place. Your family, I'm sticking with you. As far as you two, get to stepping, and then Shelton Benjamin talks to Strickland, shoves Prince Nana, and then referees and officials kind of break it up. So Shelton Benjamin, Swerve Strickland, that's a matchup I would love to see. 2 out of 3 falls. Hologram versus the Beast Mortos. And as you know, the first fall went to Hologram. Mortos ties it up to give Hologram his first pinfall, pinning him for the very first time. But the third fall went to Hologram, and Hologram still remains undefeated in matches in AEW. Darby Allin versus Brody King. I pick Hologram to defeat. I pick Perry to defeat. I picked Shibata to defeat Jack Perry. I got that one wrong. I picked Hologram to defeat Mortos. That happened. So, and I picked Darby Allin to defeat Brody King. That happened. AEW Tag Team titles on the line. Young Bucks versus Private Party. And the Bucks addresses Private Party before the matchup, trying to get inside their heads. Stokely Hathaway, along with Type Flight, were watching the matchup from different ends in the seats. So maybe Top Flight may be thinking about getting a shot at those AEW Tag Team titles. And the Young Bucks, by hook or crook, retained the titles over a Private Party. Meanwhile, the Ring of Honor title was on the line, the world title. Mark Briscoe defended Chris Jericho. And they thought that El Nocho de Nueve, Chris Jericho, would be that. But nope, Mark Briscoe ended up retaining the title. And who did I pick? I picked Briscoe to retain the title. And I got that one right. I thought Jericho would win it. Might win it because of Big Bill and Brian Key's involvement. But that didn't happen. Then the main event, which gotten crazy. Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. We all thought, even Jordan and I picked that Bryan Danielson will retain the title against Jon Moxley, because you probably think that Tony Khan will probably milk this thing for its worth. As you know, we're almost towards the end of the year, basically. We have 2 more months, and possibly, I think, now, we did not know at the time that it could have been the right time to pull the plug, so to speak, on the career of Bryan Danielson, because that's what happened. Jim Ross was on commentary. Marina Shafir gets involved during the matchup, though. Jon Moxley ended up winning the championship. Moxley, now, I think someone on X.com pointed this out. His last match, Bryan Danielson's last match on Raw was against Seth Rollins. On SmackDown was against Roman Reigns. And possibly in his last match against Jon Moxley, all 3 members of the Shield had their final matches with Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, whichever you may prefer. But then Pac and Claudio Castagnoli was arriving to celebrate, and Moxley bust out the bag, ready to do what he did to him before. But then Wheeler Yuta and Darby Allin came out and said, "What the heck are you doing?" Jason said, but then Yuta attacks Allin, and then that gave Pac and Claudio to tape him up to the ringside. And then Wheeler Yuta then grabbed the bag and put it over Bryan Danielson's head and started making him suffer. And then members of the locker room tried to stop them, but they get held back. Finally, more like Hook, Orange Cassidy, and others came out, and as Moxley and his crew retreat from the matchup, retreat from the ring, from the arena, Bryan Danielson was once again taken out on a stretcher. So, where do we go from here? We'll find out in the Fallout WrestleDream this coming Wednesday. So, holy mackerel, this is going to be crazy to say the least. So, that is all the time we have on this great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Episode 1740. Next episode, that'll be tomorrow, to play a little bit of tic-tac-toe. So, first another episode of Martindale Monday. Well, I got my new robe. I feel good. I feel great. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.